Hi there, folks, and welcome to another Workspace Wednesday right here on Lean Strategies International LLC, where you can find solutions that ignite your power. This week's going to be a fun one. Since school's starting all around the world, we're going to be making an attendance tracker inside of Google Sheets. Now, you can use this to track specific events. You can use this to track defects if you work in supply chain and operations. But in our case, we're going to use it to track the attendance of people coming to school. You could also use it for events. So get creative with this template and this function that we're going to go over today and customize it to meet your specific needs. As always, if you need any help, please feel free to comment down below, and we will read your comments and reach back out to you with some help or support as quick as we can. We're always happy to help you guys customize things so that you can continue driving improvement in your life. So let's jump right in. You see right behind us, we have essentially some check sheets here. And you remember that when we put our check marks in, something that's not checked is false, and something that is checked is true. And we can see that right up here. And if we come back over here, we can see that right here. So false is something that's unchecked. Now we're going to use that to drive our function and get our totals of attendance of our students. So let's go ahead and erase everything so that we can customize it and go through each of the steps. Now remember, if you are looking to use this for like a defect, you could just put missing paint here. And then every time you check it, it means that event occurred. But in our case, we're going to use it for attendance. So let's get started. The first thing we want to do is insert our checkboxes. So we have our dates of attendance up here. We're going to go ahead and highlight the range that we want to put our checkboxes in. And we're going to go up to Insert, come right down to our checkbox, and you'll see that they pop right up next to each of their names. Now, if we check it right now, we're not going to get much from it, and nothing will show up because we don't have a function built yet, but we want to see the total at the end of the week. Excuse me. So the total is going to show up over here in column G. And to do that, we're going to use two functions. We're going to use a sum and a Countif. So once we have our checkboxes inserted, we're going to start our function with an equal sign. And then we're going to type in, not function, but we're going to type in sum. And then we're going to open another bracket because we're going to have to chain a few things together. And then we're going to type in Countif. Once we have that, we'll open another bracket, and it's going to ask us to select the range. Now we want to use our Countif to count this range right here, because each time we check the boxes, that's going to show that the student was there. So once we have the range selected, we'll put in a comma, and then it's going to ask us for our criterion. So when do we want it to be counted? Well, we want to count attendance if it shows true. So we're going to go ahead and type in true here, and that will define our criterion. And then we can go ahead and close that function. Now remember, we still have the sum function in there, so we need to put in another closed bracket to close out our function altogether. Then we can hit enter, and you'll see that a 0 pops up. Now let's test this out before we call it good. So if we check here, we see we got 1 day of attendance. If we check here, we got 2, 3, 4, 5, and this person was there. So now we can take our function or our formula and drag it all the way down here. And you see these are 0. And then each time somebody shows up, you can check their name and you'll have a total of their attendance for the week. Well, I hope this helped you out. And remember, if you have any questions, please feel free to comment down below, subscribe to the channel, and certainly like it if it helped you out. Share it with your friends so we can pass knowledge around. And we'll see you again right here on Lean Strategies International, where you can find solutions that ignite your power.